acting in a way that doesn't feel right to you. Stoicism advises that just as you carefully choose good friends, you should also consider if continuing to spend time with this person is a wise decision. In simple terms, it's like asking yourself, does being with this person help me improve and feel happy, or does it make life more difficult? The Stoic philosophers would see this as evaluating the wisdom of your choices. Stoicism encourages making choices that lead to self-improvement, so the idea is to reflect on whether this person is benefiting or complicating your life. The Stoics believe that good friends act as sunshine for our souls, aiding in our personal growth. Imagine a friend is a plant. Watering it leads to health and growth. Neglecting it results in the opposite. Likewise, assess if those around you are like life-giving water or harmful thunderstorms to your plant. If someone's company is like basking in sunshine, great. If not, Stoicism advises considering some distance. Remember, this isn't about being harsh or dodging issues, it's about choices that are healthy for your emotions and intellect. Stoicism aims to make life better, including the people we choose to associate with. Talk to someone you trust. ChatGPT teachings and how they can be practically used to move away from people and situations. The first step is to distance yourself from that person temporarily. The first thing to do is to take a break from that person. Stoicism says keeping our peace inside is key, no matter what's happening outside. To let go of someone, start by taking a short break. It's not about avoiding them, but about getting a clear view and keeping our feelings from making us make bad decisions. In his letters to Lucilius, the Stoic philosopher Cicero highlighted the need to step back for self-reflection. He wrote, "Retreat into your own mind often, associate with those who bring out your best, and welcome those you can uplift." It's a reciprocal process. We learn as we help others learn. This suggests taking a short break to contemplate your situation and emotions. Stoicism says that we have control over our reactions, and stepping aside allows us to consciously decide how to respond. Find solitude to meditate on your feelings and thoughts. During this time, evaluate the situation impartially, free from the immediate tug of emotions. Seneca's teachings resonate with this Stoic view, emphasizing that understanding oneself is vital to managing one's emotions. Stoicism suggests our emotions are like changing weather, they come and go. When you step back, you allow the emotional storm to settle, making it easier to decide what to do next. It's not about escaping your problems, but about hitting pause to find some peace amid the chaos. Stoicism teaches that when life gets overwhelming, our emotions can cloud our judgment. A short break, like a walk or some quiet time alone, helps clear your mind. In this calmness, you can make decisions based on logic, not just feelings. The goal is to find a peaceful spot to reflect, not to run away but to understand things better. Consider if you need to keep your distance. The second step in letting go of people is to think carefully about if it's a smart and ethical decision. Stoicism teaches us to act based on logic and good character, focusing on achieving eudaimonia, which means thriving through moral goodness. Stoics believe in oikeiosis, which is about naturally leaning towards goodness and getting along with others. But not every relationship helps us grow morally. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus advised us to think about our relationships and choose them thoughtfully. We can't control everything around us, but we can control our reactions. Think about your relationship with the person involved. Do they help you grow morally and contribute to your well-being? Stoicism tells us that moving away from toxic or damaging relationships isn't a weakness but a sign of wisdom and good character. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was once a slave, highlighted this idea by focusing on inner freedom regardless of outside limitations. Imagine you're with friends, and one of them starts acting in a way that doesn't feel right to you. Stoicism advises that, just as you carefully choose good friends, you should also consider if continuing to spend time with this person is a wise decision. In simple terms, it's like asking yourself, does being with this person help me improve and feel happy, or does it make life more difficult? The Stoic philosophers would see this as evaluating the wisdom of your choices. Stoicism encourages making choices that lead to self-improvement. So the idea is to reflect on whether this person is benefiting or complicating your life. The Stoics believe that good friends act as sunshine for our souls, aiding in our personal growth. Imagine a friend as a plant. Watering it leads to health and growth, neglecting it results in the opposite. Likewise, assess if those around you are like life-giving water or harmful thunderstorms to your plant. If someone's company is like basking in sunshine, great; if not, Stoicism advises considering some distance. Remember, this isn't about being harsh or dodging issues, it's about choices that are healthy for your emotions and intellect. Stoicism aims to make life better, including the people we choose to associate with. Talk to someone you trust. Stoicism, while valuing self-control and personal strength, doesn't support being alone all the time. We are naturally social, and getting advice and support from those we trust is key. In Stoicism, in detaching, Stoics suggest talking openly with someone you depend on. This fits with their idea of a philosophical friend, a person you can share your deepest thoughts and worries with. Seneca, a famous Stoic, highlighted the value of friendship in living a virtuous life, describing it as crucial next to having good judgment. He suggested consulting a friend as you would a mirror to reflect and share your thoughts and feelings. Such discussions are not just therapeutic but offer new viewpoints and wisdom. Stoicism believes that opening up to others strengthens our relationships and community, vital in learning to detach. Stoicism advises that when you're dealing with difficult emotions or a complicated situation, talking to a trusted person can be really helpful. Think of this person as your wise gaming partner who offers great advice. Stoicism thinks that we're not supposed to handle everything solo, similar to how superheroes have their sidekicks. According to Stoicism, having someone to talk to about our thoughts and feelings is important. The Stoic philosophers saw sharing our troubles with a friend as a secret tool to overcome life's hurdles. Choose someone you trust deeply, like a friend, family member, or a teacher, as your gaming ally. When you're facing tough times, open up to them, whether it's in person, on a call, or via text. Remember, sharing with them isn't imposing a burden but lightening your load. Like a good gaming partner, they can offer new perspectives or solutions. Stoicism suggests that facing life's obstacles with a friend can make things much easier. Set limits on your emotional reactions. In Stoicism, there's a big focus on understanding and managing emotions rather than just pushing them away. The fourth step of detaching in Stoicism involves setting limits for our emotions. This doesn't mean becoming cold or emotionless but managing how strongly and for how long we react emotionally. Apatheia in Stoicism, often misinterpreted as total emotional disconnection, actually means finding peace by controlling emotional reactions. Epictetus, a key Stoic thinker, said we can hold back or temper our emotional impulses. One Stoic method is negative visualization, thinking about possible difficulties and losses to mentally prepare. By setting limits for our feelings, we can face situations more calmly and avoid letting emotions overrule logic. Picture your emotions as colorful blocks that stack up into a tall tower. Stoicism advises setting limits on how high this emotional tower can grow. Simply put, when you're facing hard times, it's okay to experience your emotions, but it's wise to ensure they don't stack up so high that they destabilize everything. Stoicism views feelings like these blocks as enjoyable and important, but if they pile up too much, the situation can become unstable. The Stoic philosophers discussed the need for balance, similar to constructing a tower that is tall enough to be engaging but not so tall that it collapses. Picture your emotions as blocks of various colors representing happiness, sadness, anger, and more. It's like acknowledging, I accept my emotions, but I won't let them dominate everything. When facing difficulties, you might allow yourself to experience these emotions but also set a limit, like building a tower that isn't too high. Imposing limits means you're controlling the situation, akin to a builder deciding the height of a tower. The idea is to be comfortable with your emotions while ensuring they don't cause chaos. Stoicism teaches us that achieving this balance is like constructing a stable tower ready to handle the ups and downs of the emotional landscape. In detaching, Stoics suggest talking openly with someone you depend on. This fits with their idea of a philosophical friend, a person you can share your deepest thoughts and worries with. Seneca, a famous Stoic, highlighted the value of friendship in living a virtuous life, describing it as crucial next to having good judgment. He suggested consulting a friend as you would a mirror to reflect and share your thoughts and feelings. Such discussions are not just therapeutic but offer new viewpoints and wisdom. Stoicism believes that opening up to others strengthens our relationships and community, vital in learning to detach. Contemplate the outcomes of creating distance with someone. In Stoic philosophy, the fifth step of detaching requires thoughtful evaluation of what distancing from a person might lead to. Stoicism promotes forward thinking, analyzing the long-term impacts of our actions. This aligns with the Stoic concept of prohairesis, focusing on the present while also being mindful of future consequences. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic leader, highlighted the importance of using our time well instead of wasting it. When considering distancing yourself, think about whether it will contribute to your growth and emotional health or if it might bring about avoidable losses. Stoicism encourages us to carefully consider the pros and cons, applying logic and ethical principles to our decisions. Visualize walking in a forest with multiple trails to choose from. Stoicism suggests that when you think about distancing yourself from someone, it's akin to deciding which trail to take. Stoicism encourages forward thinking, contemplating the potential outcomes of your choices. Applying logic and ethical principles, consider whether distancing yourself aligns with your values and contributes positively to your well-being. Thinking, much like strategizing in a game, choosing to create distance is like selecting a path in the forest. You need to contemplate where it might lead you. Stoic philosophers believe that anticipating outcomes aids in making better choices. Imagine the person you're considering stepping away from is at the start of the forest, and you're at a crossroads. Choose whether to follow their path or take a different route. Question yourself, what could happen if I step away from this person? This is like examining the various trails and considering their destinations. Stoicism teaches that planning ahead is like having a map in a forest, helping you make more informed choices. Before making a decision, think about the possible outcomes, not to predict the future but to be a thoughtful navigator in life's diverse paths. Take a pause from social media. In today's world, social media significantly impacts our emotional health. Stoicism, known for its enduring wisdom, offers guidance on handling our interaction with digital media and the overwhelming flow of information. The sixth step in Stoic detachment suggests taking a break from social media. Even though Stoic philosophers like Seneca lived in a very different era, they too dealt with external distractions that could disrupt inner tranquility. Seneca wrote about the distractions that prevent a fulfilling life, noting that we don't have a short life but rather we waste a lot of it. This Stoic perspective is especially relevant in the digital age, where the relentless stream of information and social comparison can distract us from what's truly important. The Stoic concept of apatheia, which is about achieving emotional calm, becomes important here. By stepping back from social media, we create a moment for self-reflection and reduce the external noise that can lead to emotional distress. Following Seneca's advice, this step is about focusing on what really matters by distancing ourselves from digital distractions. Think of social media as a massive puzzle. Occasionally, it can be as challenging as trying to complete a puzzle with too many pieces. Stoicism recommends that it's good to take a break from this digital puzzle to rest your mind. To put it simply, it's like putting the puzzle pieces down for a short period so you can return to them with a fresh outlook and renewed mental energy. Stoicism tells us that our minds, just like our bodies, require breaks. Dealing with social media is like trying to manage a continuous flow of puzzle pieces, including updates, pictures, and news, which can be too much to handle sometimes. Stoic philosophers suggest that pausing from this constant digital input can aid in keeping our minds clear and concentrated. Consider social media as a puzzle you're assembling. When it starts to seem overwhelming, it's perfectly acceptable to pause. This is akin to putting the puzzle aside temporarily and doing something different, like going for a walk, enjoying a book, or just having some screen-free relaxation. Stoicism teaches that taking this break helps ensure your brain isn't overwhelmed with too many puzzle pieces. This is about managing your time online, similar to choosing when to work on a puzzle and when to step away from it. Keep in mind it's not about permanently quitting social media, it's about preventing it from turning into an overly complex, mind-taxing puzzle. The idea is to ensure that your digital engagement remains balanced and doesn't overwhelm your mental well-being. Step 7. Prioritize your own needs. This last step in the process of detachment, as described in the practical guide, involves intentionally focusing on what you need. This concept is a natural fit with Stoicism, which emphasizes self-sufficiency and inner fortitude. Epictetus, a philosopher associated with Stoicism and born into slavery, emphasized the importance of differentiating between what we can control and what we can't. By concentrating on your needs, you are practicing Stoicism's principle of focusing on what is within your power. The seventh step in Stoicism advises us to concentrate on our essential needs, but not in terms of material possessions. Instead, it's about focusing on emotional health and moral virtues. Reflect on the Stoic method of voluntary discomfort, where people purposefully put themselves in tough circumstances to develop resilience. When you apply this idea, center your attention on the basic needs that contribute to your emotional stability and ethical character. The Stoic principle, virtue is the only good, highlights that real satisfaction is found in living a life of moral virtue. Epictetus, known for his Stoic philosophies, encapsulated this idea well. He taught that happiness and freedom come from recognizing one fundamental truth: there are things within our control and things beyond it. This understanding is key to aligning our actions with moral excellence and achieving true contentment. By concentrating on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, we give ourselves the power to handle relationships and situations with Stoic wisdom. Picture life as a buffet with a variety of options, some beneficial, others not as much. Stoicism suggests that when you're deciding what to include in your life, much like choosing items at a buffet, it's wise to concentrate on what's truly necessary. Similar to selecting wholesome snacks, Stoicism is about making prudent life choices, similar to choosing the healthier options at a buffet. Stoic philosophers teach that what we truly need often differs from what we desire, encouraging us to opt for what's beneficial in the long run, not just what seems appealing at the moment. Picture your life as a buffet with various options like friendships, activities, and experiences. Instead of trying to take everything, Stoicism encourages choosing the things that truly enrich your life and contribute to long-term happiness. It's like deciding to select items that are good for your emotional and mental health. Think about what you really need for your emotional wellness and growth. This is similar to choosing snacks that are nutritious and satisfying, not just momentarily tasty. Stoicism guides us to focus on our real needs, ensuring that our life buffet becomes more gratifying in the long haul. In navigating the process of detaching from certain people and situations, Stoicism provides valuable lessons and actionable advice. This journey involves several key steps: taking temporary breaks, assessing the logic behind distancing ourselves, practicing honest conversations, setting boundaries for our emotions, pondering the potential outcomes of our actions, pausing our engagement with external factors such as social media, and prioritizing our basic needs. By following these steps, we bring our actions in line with Stoic principles of virtue, enabling us to manage our relationships and circumstances with wisdom and clarity. Stoicism, renowned for its enduring wisdom, teaches us that detachment isn't about being emotionally indifferent but rather about finding inner peace and resilience amidst the intricacies of human relationships and life's challenges. The principles of Stoicism act as a guiding light, leading us towards a life marked by virtue, wisdom, and emotional health. These teachings encourage us to find contentment in the present, free from the burden of worrying about the future. As Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, eloquently put it, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Until next time.